Hi everybody, it's Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stappers. I'm back. Been a long time, but I'm back. I got a Finally Friday video for you this week. I'm going to show you a graduation card. I have a fancy fold, and so I just thought that I would film it while I was making it and show you guys how to do it. So hang on, and I will be right back with the instructions. I need a graduation card, so I can't remember which one I made for this gentleman's brother last year, so I found this card, and I know this wasn't it, and I thought I'd make this one for him this year. And so I'm going to make it and show you guys how to do it. This is my prototype, and so I'm going to show you how to make this today, and then I will have a card ready for him for Saturday. Hold on, and we'll get started. All right, I'm gonna set that aside for now. I don't know if it's kind of big. It won't. You'll have to make an envelope for it, or maybe put a Velcro dot or a little magnet down here so that it stays shut. Because most likely you'll put money or a check or something in here, and you don't want it to fall out. So we're going to start with two. You need 2 pieces of 12-inch. So you need one 12-inch piece of paper. Cut it in half so you have 2 6-inch by 12-inch pieces. One of the pieces you will cut down to 6 inches. So it'll be a 6 by 6 piece of paper. So I'm going to do that now. There's quite a few steps, so I will try and do my best to make sure I go in a smooth order for you. So we're going to build this piece first, our actual card base. This is what it's going to look like, and it's going to fold up like so. So we need to get our scoring board out. And you're going to make a mark. Get your cutting blade out. We're going to make a mark at 3 inches. I'm going to just use my pencil. Make a mark at 3 inches on both sides. And then up here in the middle, so that we're marking our centers. Then we need to make, let's cut these off first. So now we're going to cut those off from the center here down to our 3-inch mark there. Cut that little triangle right out of there. And then go ahead and do the same on the other side. Go from our center 3-inch down to our mark. So that now we have the point up there. We're going to score it in half at 6 inches. And then we're going to make marks again at 3 inches, but I'm going to say from the other side, like the bottom half. Let's see if I can get my... And then we're going to come from this 3-inch mark down to, am I off the camera? I might be off the camera. From our 3-inch mark down to our other mark we just made, we're going to score to put the lines in there to fold on. So I got my scoring blade, and we're going to make that one big mark there. We're going to make a giant X. We're going to turn it, and then we're going to come down to the 3-inch mark. After where we scored at 6, we're going to come to the lower half of the card at the 3 inches, and then our side mark there. So try not to press too hard. We don't want to cut right on through the paper and then have to start over. So now I'm gonna like burnish on all my folds. This is going to fold up nicely. I must have a sharp edge on this bone folder. Okay, so now that I burnished those, it's going to, you're going to push inward at that center so that it folds up. Go ahead and burnish on our folds again. And there's the majority of the card is like done. Okay. So now for the portion up here, we're going to get a 4" by 4" square. And you can do it in your school colors for the graduation. That's what I did. This is for a Vicksburg grad, and our colors are like red and white or black. Put that in the space there. Right there. And then I have a 3 3/4" square in white to go right there. So I'm going to stamp in the center here. Make sure I'm under my and I just got a little best is yet to come stamp that I'm going to put on there. Or you did it. I'll put the best is yet to come on the inside. Wants to put that like that. Now you could go ahead and color that in. Obviously you can use whatever stamps you have to create that. I don't have a lot of graduation stamps. I'm not sure why. So I pick them up whenever I see them places. On sale, on garage sales, clearance kind of thing, just so I've got a variety. So I got a little you did it there. And then now for the bottom part, that's where our other 6 by 6 piece is going to come in handy, right here. So we're going to make a fold-up piece like that. So we're going to go ahead and score. Let me get my ruler just to show you. Our piece is 6 inches wide, and we're going to make our dot at 3. Boy, that did not look like center to me, so that's good. That's why I measured, because I didn't want to mess it up, but it looks like everything is 3 inches again. So we'll get our paper and our pencil again, and we're going to put a mark at 3 on each side and 1 in the middle. All right, and then we're going to just do our same we did before, and we're going to cut those from dot to dot. Dot to dot right there. We'll come over here and do the same thing. Dot to dot. And cut those 2 off. Then we are going to make another mark at our 3 inches on this side. And we're going to score, get that cutter out of the way, from that mark to that mark. And then we're going to take from that same mark back up to where we cut there. Fold those up. And then that is going to adhere in here. But first, we're going to adhere down a plain. You could emboss this if you wanted. Stamp on it, but we're going to glue down a, what did I write on it? A 2 3/4 by 5 3/4 inch piece. And we're just going to glue that down in place. For adding some color to the base of the card. And then we can go ahead and glue, this is our pocket that's going to be used to hold our, and it looks like this is going to be, you need some good precision. Looks like I might stick out a little below, so I'm going to go ahead and try and score up, move up my folds just a smidge. So hang on, I'll be right back. All right, what I did was I ended up shaving just a smidge off of each side, just so that it fit up in there good. So maybe instead of a, well, no, we still need it 6 by 6. You can experiment with it. You might find starting with maybe like 5 3/4 inch would work, or just when you get down here and you want the little point to not stick below, go ahead and then just shave off what you need up there. So I got that ready. Then we've got a 4-inch square of white that I cut in half from corner to corner that will glue over the top of this piece to hide that seam right there. And I'm going to stamp on that. And then I have a piece of decorative. So you can see here this has a little kind of scallop girliness to it. So I'm just leaving this straight because this is for a gentleman. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this red on there with just a little bit sticking up over the top. For a little border. And then I will trim it off. Hopefully that's going to look all right. And then we'll glue that on. And let's see, we'll glue that down there. Probably going to end up cutting this off just a smidge as well. Kind of give it a just end it. Okay, so now let me stamp on this. I'm going to use my Celebrating You stamp set, and I'm going to use The Best Is Yet to Come. In my black. Need to come off my foamy thing. And I will glue that down to the pocket. You don't want to go too high because the pocket is going to be where you're going to stick the money in here, so, or your check or your gift card. So don't get your glue up above where it's going to glue the pocket like shut. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and glue this in place. And use my liquid glue so that it glues it down really well. I don't want it to pop off. Close my glue up. It has a tendency to clog the nozzle even if I hold it up, put it in, store it upside down. So, all right, so I'm going to push that up there and glue that down like that. So then that will close in. And then hopefully, you know, we got our folds good so that it closes correctly. Oops. Like that. And then now I have another, forgot this piece. We'll just give it a little accent for inside the pocket. You can just take, this is a vellum with silver stars on it. You could just glue that in there like that if you wanted. I'm going to glue it onto a piece of white, and this is 4x4, and I'm just going to try and get some adhesive behind my stars, because on vellum the adhesive really shows, but I can get it on the bottom half for sure. And this is just for an accent of, I don't want to say color because it's not color, but it just gives it, you know, a little more pizzazz inside there. So I'm going to put some adhesive on it. And then tuck that inside the pocket. And then that will finish off the inside. Now to finish off the outside, we've got another piece of black that measures 4x4, just to make sure I didn't write on this one. Oh, 4¼ by 4¼ And then we're going to put that right over the top of what we've already got down there. But first, we are going to poke a hole in the center. You can eyeball it, you can precisely measure your center. And I have a really super old brad. These used to, they had like sticky things, so you could put a piece of designer series paper in the center, and then it had a mounded sticky piece that went over the top and just kind of magnified a little bit of what you put there. But I'm not going to use the pop-up dot part of it, and I'm just going to eyeball the center right there, and I'm going to stick this through. I poke myself. And then I have, you know, this is one of the reasons that I save stuff. I got from the craft store some of these tassels eons ago, probably when I was making these cards, more of these cards. Then you just go ahead and put that down. Now we're going to glue this again. I'm going to use the liquid glue so that I can glue it on firmly and I don't have to worry about it popping off. And as I showed you, we're going to stick it over the top of the card part already that we've already made, this part here. So just prior to doing this, lay your piece of paper on there just to make sure that it's the right size, that it's not too big or too short, because once you get it glued on, it's going to be really hard to manipulate it. And there we go. There's our little tassel, and we've got our card. And our little pocket for the goodies. And your grad Or probably at least the mom will be thrilled with your creation. Thanks for watching. All right, that's it. I hope you can follow those instructions okay. Go ahead and give it a try. Remember, it can be graduation, can be actually nursing school, anything that you gotta need a graduation cap for, and change up the colors to match your school. I'll be back again. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.